Hey, hey, hello. I just clicked the go live on Facebook, so I make sure that I can hear myself while you are coming on. There we are. And do I hear myself? Yes, I do. Awesome. Thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Cassandra, aka the Daily Wealth Ninja, and I'm on a mission to empower at least 10 people to become debt free by 2020. There is so much information out there that most people don't even know about. And so I'm on a journey to share what I've learned over the last 10 years to help you achieve that goal. So in today's video and every Sunday throughout 2019, I'm going to be talking about forex because forex is a skill set that I wish I had known about in high school. It's basically a skill set that allows you to be able to look at a picture and then based off of a set of rules determine how a direction is going to go, and if it goes in your favor, you make money. That's pretty crazy, right? Well, that's what forex basically is it's you learning how to trade foreign currencies. And so in today's video, I'm actually going to be sharing with you something that I'm using in order to do my trading, because this is a skill set that didn't learn in college. I didn't learn it in high school. My family definitely didn't know anything about it. I have had to find a company that not only was reputable, but was helping people achieve the goal that I wanted, which was be able to create that additional income while still having a job, while still having maybe a business or whatever the case may be. And so I found that company, and they have a mission and a vision to empower over 1 million people to be able to create their dream lifestyle. And so I thought that's amazing. I do not believe that we were meant to be stuck in a cubicle all day and not fulfilling our dreams. I just believe that we were meant for so much more. And so one of the ways to do that is to create wealth and also to be able to not only leave a legacy for our family, but teach them how to be able to live a life where they don't have to live in poverty, right? There's this parable of, you give a man a fish for a day, he feeds for a meal, or he feeds for a day. You teach a man to fish, and his family eats for generations. That's the same idea, right? When you learn the concepts of wealth and how to generate it and how to create additional income, your family never has to be poor, period. So let me go ahead and get started and share with you what happened today. So basically, I have a system that not only allows me to receive the education to learn how to trade stocks and forex and cryptocurrency. Let me make sure there's no questions so far. Hey Sherry, thanks so much for joining. So not only does it teach me how to trade this, but it also teaches me how to minimize my risk, maximize my profits, and it creates a community of people as well, but it also provides tools to help you find those trades, because let's face it, most people do not have the time to really be what's called a oh my gosh, of course I would forget it right when I'm on my live. Short-term trader is basically what it is, where they're watching the charts all the time, and that's where you could potentially make a lot of money, because otherwise, you're waiting a long time. Perhaps maybe you've got fees that are happening. So every training style is different. It depends on a whole number of factors. And if you want to know more, I actually have a 5-day boot camp. Just say boot camp down below, or let me know if you want that. So this system, this company also provides these signals so that you're not having to watch the charts all the time. And one of these signals is something called bounce back strategy. Hey, Glenda, thanks so much for joining. And so it's basically the knowledge of some of the people who have been trading for a long time, how they use indicators, why they use indicators, and it's a tool that basically plots that on there for you, and then utilizing that and the education you've gotten or you've received with this system, you can determine if this is a good trade or not based on what you know. Because from what I've been learning on the programming side of things, because it's fascinating to me, is that at least with the MT4 platform, you can't, to my knowledge so far, look at multiple time frames at once, which I guess that might be a little bit different. There's something else on that, so I'll have to ask someone else about it. But based off of what I'm seeing so far, it's difficult to do that. So this is basically allows you to get that first part. So let me go ahead and show you. The call today was, okay, good, was on the US dollar Japanese yen. Now, if you've been watching the forex charts, you saw some major movement yesterday that probably either gave some people a feeling of anxiety or made people a lot of money. um, so this was called today on the 240-minute mark, which I think is 4 hours, and it was called about this time. So right now we are looking at the Heikin Ashi trend, which basically means that normally when you're looking at charts, they would look like this. And their difference here, yes, they have the same colors, red and green, but the difference here is that this is the normal charts. This is the normal OHLC, which is the open, high, low, close. And again, this is part of that boot camp. So if you want information on that, let me know. So these are the normal open, high, low closes. You can tell for each tick of time. So each of these bars is a 4-hour bar. You can see if it was going up or down, who was most in power at that time, the buyers, the sellers, and a lot of different information. But when the bounce back strategy, we're looking at Heikin Ashi. Heikin Ashi candles are basically telling you the trend or the direction that things are going. So it's basically an average of averages. And so we see that, oh, I don't have that open. Sorry. Screencast-o-matic. So while that's coming up, I'll try and highlight it, but you can see that this long line of red, it has a green candle here, but then it goes right back into red. That's because the trend was in a downtrend. If you go back to regular candles, you can see that the normal trend, which I'll make a normal trend here, a normal trend channel, we'll start at this one. So right now, I just made a trend channel. We'll make this is 4 hours, so I have a template for that 4 hour. That's already on 4 hour. Okay, so right now, the normal Japanese candlesticks are in a downtrend. And in fact, we have hit the top of this downtrend right here. So even though the bounce back strategy said to buy, this to me is actually, I'm expecting it to go down to at least about here based off of what I know about Fibonacci, what I know about pitchforks, what I know about price movement and price action. Hey, Dion, is it Dion or Dionde? I don't think I've ever actually known that. So thanks so much for joining. So like I was saying, from just this alone on the same time frame that this particular thing was called, it looks like it hasn't broken through. There's no indication that it's going to go up other than these things right here. So these little plus signs are basically what's called parabolic SARs. So parabolic SARs, there's math in there. You don't need to know it. They basically tell you the direction of the trend. So this is telling you that it is expecting to go up, even though right now it's kind of, it is going up like this, right? But there's no indication, unless this breaks through, which I expect it to do because it's still in the channel, there's no, I mean, there is news right here, so who knows what's going to happen right here. It could go up, it could go down. But based off of my knowledge of how this works, when you're looking at Heikin Ashi, right? Heikin Ashi still shows, oh, it does show that this current candle is a sell, but it could still be a green. So if we went back to the normal candles, it's actually been bouncing off of this this support line. So let me show you what that looks like. We'll start here. So you can see with this trend line, this is on the normal candles, right? We see that it comes up and kind of does an M here, comes up and hits here. So it may not have hit here, but this to me says one of two things. It's either going to keep bouncing along here and confirm that this is going to be going up, or it's actually going to break through and confirm my original idea that it's either going to break through or come back and then break through, because that's how the markets work. This is called trade geometry. This is called technical analysis. It's all in how you read the charts. So right now, based on this, it very well could go up, but here's where else you have to look, right? So we see that this is actually becoming part of a potential sideways movement here. Hey, Ken, thanks so much for joining. So this green line here and this green line here are old support resistance lines. Again, these are basically areas that price has a problem breaking through, and we see that it's starting to do that, right? We see that it has gone from one set, right? Here was one channel that it was having problems going through. It broke through all the way to this support line, and then is kind of dancing its way back up, but now it's having a problem with this ascending triangle, right? It's either going to crazy shoot up through here, or most likely it's going to pass and check and then drop, right? So let's see. So it's currently in this channel, which means it's in a sideways movement, and it's at the top of this channel, and it's having a problem breaking through. So the percentage-wise is high that it's actually going to go down. So this does indicate that it's going up, which is why you keep looking at what else is going on for this time frame. So we looked at Heikin-Ashi, we looked at the normal here, right? So we go back to Heikin-Ashi, we still see that it's traveling along that line. It's indicating that it's going to go down though. So we go down to one lower time frame. Let's look at the normal candles first. So we do see that it is staying pretty low here within this channel. And in fact, it looks like we have, oops, another support line here. 4-hour support resistance. So we have this other channel now, right? We see that it's gone up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's right at the top, and it's trying to come down again. And it's hitting this line right here. Now, if you can look closer, the current candle is a doji. So this indicates a trend reversal. Now we have to confirm it once this candle closes, but if it is a trend reversal, this is going to go up, which is going to confirm that bounce back call that my software has told me about. So what else is going to be indicative here, right? Why am I still not going to get into this call? Let's go back to the 4-hour chart. Because again, that's where it was called. So here we are. We're in an ascending triangle looking at this chart for your USD JPY. And we see down here the MACD. Now the MACD, this is one of the things that I was learning the other day from these trading mentors that I've been talking to you about. So let me make sure that I say this correctly. So your MACD, there are two types of indicators. There are leading indicators, which indicate the way that the potential price action is going to go, and you have lagging indicators, which tell you what has happened. All right, so leading indicators might be your RSI, or your relative strength index, or your stochastic. The MACD is kind of the best of both worlds, and you could probably say that about the Ichimoku cloud and several others, but your MACD is best of both worlds. It identifies momentum and trend. So not only does it indicate trend, which is the direction, right, your trend line, but it indicates to you momentum or volume, or how many people are selling versus buying, right? You can tell that in the candle as well. So for example, let's talk about this candle right here, right? This is a normal candle, which means that its open was here because it's a green candle. Its close was here. Its high was the top of this wick, and its low is the bottom of this wick. So what exactly does this candle mean? It means that the sellers were actually starting on this pretty well, and I'll explain why. Because at some point it got higher, the sellers got super strong, almost hit this trend line, and then the buyers got strong, and it ended here. Oh no, I was incorrect. This is a green bar. My bad. It started here, and then the buyers were strong. The sellers were super strong, pushed it all the way back to this trend line, but the buyers came through and ended up here. So you can tell from the candles a lot of information, right? So, hey Ashton, awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, so what was I saying? So your MACD identifies momentum and trend. So how exactly does it do that? Well, right here, the histogram, which is basically these bars, the darker the color, the stronger it is in volatility. The lighter it is, the less it is in volatility. So as you can see here, let me see if I can get you to a better view. Maybe if I go to a different time channel. If you have any questions, let me know, guys. This one might work. Would this one be better? No, this one's better. All right. So as I said, this is the same chart, but only on the 1 hour candle. So each candle is 1 hour. We can see that right here, you could say that down wherever that wick is was the end, but really this is where the start is, in my opinion, because this is more of a breakout down here. So we see that the reversal of the downward trend was right here in this circle, and we see that starts to go up. Right here in the MACD, we saw that reversal go from green to red, right? We see that's going in the cell. We see that this is right here, by the way. So each one corresponds to this. So this huge, let me see if I can do it this way. Okay. So we have a reversal here, a reversal here, a reversal here. A reversal means that it basically is changing trend from an uptrend. Let me make sure I can, that's too slow. Oh no, I forgot I have to, sorry. Okay. Oh, let me move that. My bad. I hope I didn't block too much. So basically reversal is when it goes from either an uptrend to a downtrend or a downtrend to an uptrend. Okay. So we see here, hey Jefferson, thanks so much for joining. We see here that it wasn't a downtrend. It had a reversal here, so it went to an uptrend. It had a reversal here, went down to a downtrend. So like I said from the parabolic SARs, which are these orange tick marks here, that was indicative right here that it was going down. The actual reversal here, but this leading indicator, parabolic SAR, showing it that it's going to go down. In the same exact line, right, we were watching that even though it was still green, it was showing light, which means that the trend was actually diminishing. It was getting smaller and lesser, which we could tell because it was becoming flatter and flatter. We see that when it becomes a parabolic SAR of indication for a sell, that it's really thin. We see that the two lines here cross, so the red is now on top, the blue is now on bottom, huge indication of a sell. The very first bar after that change is a dark red, and we can see that it dropped all this way. So if you were watching this at the time and saw that, let's say that you came in here. All right. Wherever that is on this candle, you came in here, you saw that this is going down, everything lined up, you had an indicator of something tell you to get in. You likely would have gotten out somewhere around here because this was probably a very fast thing that happened. Actually, no, this is 4 hours, so maybe it was even more than that. Let's really get an idea here. What is that thing called? This one. So let's say that we started about here. Let's say that we have it there. Let's go down to 30-minute. Oh, that was the 1 hour. Zoom in. Oh, see, look at that. So on the 4 hour, this is what it looks like, right? We were on the 1 hour. And in 1 hour, this one whole bar went down that fast. So this is likely a possible scenario that maybe you actually, it was so fast you were watching TV, maybe you were with your family, I don't know, but maybe you got in here. That's still okay, because here's what happened. What this is telling you right now is that in 4 bars, so in 4 hours, you could have made 279 pips. 4 bars, 4 hours, 279 pips. So let me explain to you why this is so important. Okay, so let's do it this way. Notepad. So 4 hours, it was how many? 279 pips. Okay, so let me make sure you can see this. Perfect. So 279 pips. For most people who have never traded ever, they don't even know what this is. Pips are the units of measurement that allow you to determine how much money you lose or win in a trade. So let's say this is the US dollar, Japanese yen. I don't know what the current going rate is for that, but let's just say that it was $10 per pip based on your particular account size. So that means that each pip you gained was $10. Each pip you lost was $10. If you had gotten in on this call at the top right here, right, even though we missed it from up there, we maybe have gotten in here, maybe came out here because it came up, right? That little section alone, if you had been on a $10 per pip trade, you would have earned $2,790 in 4 hours. For most people, that might be half of their month's paycheck in 4 hours. This is not likely for most people to achieve immediately right off the bat. This is just something that's possible. Most people right off the bat can probably do 10 cents per pip. This is what's called, I believe, a micro lot. What that means is in 4 hours, most people that would have been trading, if they had only traded on 10 cents per pip, would have actually earned $27.90. So in 4 hours, they earned $27.90. That's maybe a tank and a half of gas in 4 hours. That could be a really nice meal for yourself or date night. You know, it doesn't sound like a lot, but think about it this way. When you compound that, the more you have at your ability, the more you have at your disposal, the more you're able to create your dream life with this because of the leverage you have with this skill set. So, like I said, there is so much more to learn about this. This is a skill set I wish I learned in high school because of the amount of opportunity it gives you. But I'm sharing with you now, and if you want to learn more, just send me a message, leave a comment down below. I have a free boot camp I'm giving out to people who are interested in learning more. So just let me know down below or send me a message. And if you want access to the educational system, the training that I have, the mentors that I have, the team that I have, I would love to share that with you. I'm only one person. You know, I've got a day job in programming. I have a business where I help entrepreneurs learn how to leverage online marketing to grow their business online. I'm now doing forex, and I'm actually sharing all this with you as well. So my time is extremely limited, and so if you want to really break down and avoid pitfalls and really get there faster, you have to invest in your own self, your own education, and work on whatever it is you want to grow in, whether it's finances, whether it's time management, whether it's, you know, how to be a better pet owner. Whatever the case may be, you have to invest your time in yourself in order to improve in whatever area of life that you're looking to do. So thanks so much for watching. My name is Cassandra, aka the Daily Wealth Ninja, and I am going to be doing this every Sunday, sharing with you tips, tricks, trainings, and trade information for Forex, because this is a skill set literally everyone in the world should understand how to do. So thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful and prosperous rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.